Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Andrew, your favorite independent insurance agent here in Northwest Indiana. And today we're talking a little bit about something that can be frustrating and oftentimes confusing, and that is what happens when you get non-renewed on your insurance. Whether you're talking about your car insurance, your home insurance, or your business insurance, there's many different reasons why somebody may get a non-renewal letter from their insurance company. What does that mean exactly? What should you do when you get that letter? And a couple of tips to help you kind of navigate that situation. So first things first, obviously you don't want to panic when you get a non-renewal letter. It happens from time to time, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you did something wrong or that you're in a bad position to get a new insurance policy, but definitely means that you need to take some sort of action. So first, what does it mean when you get non-renewed from your insurance company? It doesn't necessarily mean that you're being canceled, which is a little bit different. Whereas if you don't pay your bill or something weird happens and the insurance company initiates a cancellation of your policy, that's a little bit different. A non-renewal is when the insurance company is saying that they are not going to offer you a new policy once yours comes up to renew. Typically, insurance policies renew every year or sometimes every 6 months. The most common reasons why people get non-renewed are, number one, having a lot of insurance claims or maybe even just one bad insurance claim, but a history of insurance claims is probably the most common situation, and that is where the insurance company is basically saying, well, you've had insurance claims, they are in an unprofitable situation providing insurance for whatever the risk is that you're insuring with them. Again, it could be your home, could be your business, could have multiple accidents. So the insurance company is basically saying, then we're done with this person here and not going to offer any more insurance. Going to have to find something else. Another common situation, especially in today's market that we see, is the condition of a property, and this is specifically for homeowners insurance or commercial property insurance. The underwriters at the insurance company are really taking a close look these days about the condition of your property. It could be that you have tree limbs hanging over your roof, or the property is just old, or maybe it hasn't been maintained that well, or it just doesn't look great even though it might be a really solid building. We see that happen all the time. Other situations that could occur is just changes in the market. The insurance companies are making all kinds of moves with what they call the hard market. I'm sure you've probably experienced. Insurance premiums are going up. The appetite that the insurance companies have is restricted on taking capacity to take on new business and renew business. So insurance companies may decide that they want to reduce risk in a certain area, certain geographical area, a certain type of insurance, maybe specifically homeowners or restaurant, commercial property insurance. They make changes all the time, and that might not necessarily be a reflection on your individual situation, but it may cause you to have to get insurance elsewhere. And like I said, the appetite for the insurance companies changes all the time. So you get that letter from your insurance company, and they're saying that they are not going to offer you a renewal policy. Typically, you'll get this letter 30 to 60 days in advance of when your policy is coming up for renewal. Sometimes you may even have even more of an advance notice. Hopefully your insurance agent contacts you proactively and says, hey, this is coming up, you're going to get this letter. We've already got a plan in place for you to find a new policy. But if not, and you're surprised when you open up that mail, a few things that you want to do. Number one is take action early. Don't wait until a week before your policy is up for non-renewal to start calling insurance companies to try to get a quote last minute. That's just not a good situation, and it may take an extended period of time to find a replacement policy. If you can, address the reasons for the non-renewal. For example, if they say, your roof is 20 years old, or you've got shingles that are curling, or you've got, again, tree branches that are hanging, touching your building or hanging over your roof, or you've got cracks in your sidewalk that are increase the risk, trips and falls, things like that. Well, when you're applying for a new insurance policy with a new insurance company, you have to let them know that you've been non-renewed. That's a question on the application. And then they're going to ask, well, why are you being non-renewed? And if you say, well, I have a lot of cracks in my parking lot that are potholes and they're trip hazards, and I have claims from people getting hurt, they're going to want to know what are the steps that you have taken to remedy this problem and reduce the risk of an insurance claim in the future. So if you are proactive about addressing the concerns and you show the insurance company that you're applying for next, hey, these are the steps that I've taken, we're serious about getting this under control, that's going to go a long way with an underwriter at an insurance company. And the next one, obviously, is you're going to have to shop around and look for a new insurance company. We're a little biased, but we, of course, recommend that you contact an independent agency. Like we are, we're independent agents. We have multiple different insurance companies, and some insurance companies are willing to provide quotes on certain types of things, and others are not. It just depends. So having an agent that has a good lineup of insurance companies to look at what you're needing insurance on is definitely going to be helpful. And it may very well be possible that you're in a situation where your premium is going to be much higher than what you were used to because you've been non-renewed here. That's kind of a red flag on your application. So you're gonna have to pay more premium, unfortunately. But what you can do is you can purchase that policy, and then 6 months later maybe try it again after you've had some distance between that non-renewal and you've maintained continuous coverage. You've addressed some of those situations if you can, and you're going to be in a better position next year in the following renewal with your new insurance company to shop around again. So it may take a couple of years to kind of get back on track with a preferred insurance carrier. But that is exactly why we are here to help you as independent insurance agents. We've got multiple different options for every situation out there, old, new, large, small buildings. If you get a non-renewal, which we see commonly today, feel free to give us a call, and wish you the best of luck. Thanks.